Hello and welcome everybody. This is your commentator Moods, and I welcome you back here for some more Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is going to be a real life Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. And as you can see here, I'm going to be doing a deck profile of a deck that I'm having a lot of fun playing. And so yeah, and we're here in my lovely kitchen, just showing you guys what it looks like, just so you can see. For those who have never seen my kitchen before. And darkness. I can't go that far. Anyways, so yeah, this deck is gonna be really fun to show you guys. It is a Fluffal Hero deck. You'll be thinking, why are you playing Fluffal Heroes? And that's why I'm here to explain it to you guys. Because first off, the Hero engine gives the Fluffal deck a lot more speed and able to OTK a lot quicker. And besides, I wanted to do this deck because the Fluffal deck is also my favorite deck to play right now. Even though it's not my favorite archetype, it's my favorite deck. For those of you who didn't know, my favorite archetype is actually the artifacts, but the artifacts got hit, so yeah, so now let's move in here and let's show you guys the deck. So first we play 3 Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is here because he's the new hero that came out in the structure deck, and he just allows you to get all your plays off with Mass Change, getting into Dark Law, and when he's sent to the graveyard, by any means, he can get us our next hero, which is the only other hero that we play in this deck, which is 3 copies of the Bubble Man. And Bubble Man is in here because he allows us to make this deck be able to use rank 4s, rank 4 Xyz, which is really nice in this deck. And like I said, that's our entire hero engine. It's Shadow Mist and Bubble Man. Now for our Fluffal engine, we play 3 copies of the Fluffal Dog, 3 Owl, 1 Bear, 1 Cat, and 1 Rabbit. And now to explain, for those of you who don't know what the Fluffals do, because no one really plays them, Dog is here because he's basically the Stratos of the Fluffal engine. When you play him, he gets you another Fluffal, or this guy over here, the Edgem Sabers, to your hand. Now Owl is nice because it allows you to add this card here, Polymerization, to your hand. And with his effect, he can also act as his own polymerization. We play Bear because we do play the fusion that requires him, and we also can use him to discard him to add a toy vendor to our hand. Then we play Cat because Cat allows us to get a polymerization back to our hand when it's used as fusion material. And Rabbit does the same thing as Cat, except that it gets us a Fluffal monster or a Edgem Sabers back to our hand. And speaking of the Edgem Sabers, we need him because he's the main thing that we use to fuse in this deck. But I cannot wait until Fright for Tiger comes out, because it's gonna make this deck a whole lot better. But I'll get into that when we get into the extra deck. Anyways, and then for our final monster in the deck, we play 2 copies of Summoner Monk because Summoner Monk can get us our Shadow Mist, to get us our Mass Change or our Mass Change 2, and we can just get off our plays at that point. So that's 19 monsters. Now we go over into the spells. We play 3 copies of the Mass Change because Mass Change is if you play Shadow Mist, why wouldn't you play Mass Change? And then we play 3 copies of the Toy Vendor. And you're saying, why are you playing Toy Vendor? Because some decks only play 2 copies of Toy Vendor, and I've even seen builds of Fluffals only play 1 copy. And we're playing this because we have the Bear that we can search for it, and we can also pitch this card for the effect of the Summoner Monk, get out a Shadow Mist, also getting us the effect of the Toy Vendor which adds a Fluffal or Edgem Sabers to our hand, which is nice. And then for more consistency in the deck, we play 3 copies of the Pot of Duality just because we need to get to our pieces as quickly as we need to. But we didn't want to play Upstart Goblin because we don't want to give our opponent that life. So yeah, then we play 2 copies of Emergency Call because we do play 6 heroes in the form of Shadow Mist and Bubble Man, and being able to search those cards out is when we need them is nice. And then we play 2 polymerizations as we're playing the Fluffal fusion monsters, and polymerization is just polymerization, and there's no need to explain what that does. Then I play 1 copy of the Mass Change 2. Now this card is actually really good, because what we can do is this card allows us to do insane plays in this deck. Insane plays. because this card allows us, like what we can do is, after we've made all our plays, we can bring back the Edgem Sabers and then mass change it, and then use this mass change too on like a dead Edgem Sabers or a dead Summoner Monk, and go into Dark Law. And this deck can make so many good boards. Like one board, I'll even explain it when I get to the extra deck, but I've made some good boards with this deck. And then we played the one copy of A Hero Lives, because A Hero Lives is great to just get Shadow Mist to our field and then get our plays off. And as you can see, we play 15 spells, and none of them are Mystical Space Typhoon because, like I said, this deck likes to OTK. This deck likes to OTK in the first few turns that we of the duel. But when I have a side deck ready for this deck, I will be side decking in 3 copies of the Mystical Space Typhoon. Now for our traps. We only play 6 traps, but we play 3 copies of the trap stun because we just want to get our plays off as quickly as we can, and we want to turn off Vanity's Emptiness that our opponent will be playing. And yeah, we don't like Vanities, and we don't particularly get hurt by many traps, but Vanities is still the main one. Then we play 1 Bottomless, 1 Fusion Reserve, and Compulse. You're thinking, Fusion Reserve. Fusion Reserve is a great card in this deck because Fusion Reserve, I can zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Fusion Reserve is a great card that we can use to get if you don't know, it allows us to reveal 1 fusion monster from our deck, usually Fright for Wolf or Fright for Bear, and then we can add one material from our deck to our hand, 1 fusion material, which usually is the Edgem Sabers. And then, since we're playing Summoner Monk, we can get Polymerization, which we use, which the effective Fusion Reserve says we can add 1 Polymerization from our graveyard to our hand. And like I said, since we're playing Summoner Monk, we don't care if we discard the Polymerization off the effect of Summoner Monk. We can get it back with this card. And as I said, we play the 2 staples of Bottomless and Compulse. So that's a 40-card deck. Now we're going on to the extra deck, which is really an interesting way I've built it. We have 3 copies of Dark Law because we have many ways to make them with Shadow Mist, with Summoner Monk, and the Edgem Sabers. So yeah, and then we play the Fright for Fusions in, oh, if I can get the light out of here, there we go. 3 Fright for Wolf, and a Fright for Bear. And those are just really, because I like Fright for Wolf because he can OTK by himself. If he has enough, if you've used enough material for him to fuse. And then Bear's just there if we need Bear, and Bear's not the greatest, but like I said, we want to play Fright for Tiger, but we don't have, he's OCG exclusive right now, and what Fright for Tiger does is when he's summoned, he can blow up that many cards in the field. And I can't wait for that card to come out. I think it's coming out in the Worldwide series set that's coming out relatively soon. And now for the Xyz, we play 1 Deltaros, which you can actually make Deltaros in this deck. Because you will have because there will be times when you have Summoner Monk and 2 Bubble Man on board and nothing to do with them, and that's why Deltaros is in here. And also, he's not a bad card at all since he's a generic rank 4, and he can pop cards in the field. Even though popping cards is not the greatest, he's there to really mainly pop like spells and traps. We played the 1 copy of Crazy Box because Crazy Box is there for the Klee matchup when they have skill drain on board. Then we play the best rank 4 in the game right now, as you can see, is the Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. If I can get the light out of the camera, there you go. But yeah, Castel is nice to bounce cards back to the deck, or even the extra deck, and he also has the Book of Moon effect, which is great. And then we play Diamond Dire Wolf because Diamond Dire Wolf can just pop cards, but Diamond Wolf is not the greatest card for the past few formats, but he's still nice to have if you need him. And then we play Cowboy to burn for game, Black Chip of Coin for extra burn and to blow up cards that we don't like on board that are lower attack than us. Then we play the 1 Exciton Knight because Exciton Knight is still a great card even though card destruction isn't the greatest, but he's still a nice card. And then Ragnar Zero because Ragnar Zero is good against the Klees and against the Burning Abyss. So yeah, that's the deck that's the deck profile of my Elemental Hero Fluffal deck. So hope y'all enjoyed. Leave me some feedback. Tell me how you think how the deck is built, and if there's any suggestions that you would make. to change it, or yeah, and you should try it out. This deck is honestly really fun. So again, once again, this has been your commentator Moods. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and a favorite and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Peace and good night, everybody.